Hi, we're here to talk further about our 40 not 50 program. As you probably remember, new guidelines from our government task force are saying women should start screening mammograms at age 50. We know it's wrong. We know this is going to lead to needless delays in diagnosis and probably deaths in many cases. We can't afford to let this happen. To prove how important it is to get the mammogram early, we have a guest, Tanja, who's going to talk about her story and the importance of early detection and detecting cancer when they're still curable. Hi, Tanja.
Hi, John.
Well, I know you're kind of our poster child for early detection, but why don't you tell us your story? Just repeat it again.
Well, I had a baseline mammogram when I was 38, and that was back in the day when they recommended you get baseline mammograms between 35 and 40. Started the annual mammogram at 40 and was diagnosed with breast cancer as a result of the mammogram.
So you were asymptomatic.
Yep.
You just came in. Now, do you have a strong family history?
No family history. And I come from a very large family. And so I really didn't personalize the risk of breast cancer. You know, we've got diabetes in our family, and I was very alert to that, but not breast cancer. I was completely shocked.
So when they saw the calcifications when you were 38, they said you were too young, you don't have a family history.
That's right.
And at that time, they could have biopsied it, because I know I looked at the films, and it was a small cancer. We could have got by with minimal treatment, and now you had chemo, didn't you? So that probably could have been avoided. But so there's two lessons that we have. One is that young women get breast cancer and they can progress. If we catch them early and treat them well, we save lives.
That's right.
And not having a family history, being young, is not an issue. So you know that the government's now saying, this task force, is women don't need to start until they're 50. What do you think about that?
I think that's crazy. If those guidelines were in place when I was 38, 40, I'd be dead by now, because I didn't think breast cancer was a risk for me. No family history. And I didn't know that 85% of the women who get breast cancer have no family history. Yeah. But as a layperson out there, you just don't know. You don't know that really. Right. And so again, if that guideline was in place, I'd be dead. And you know, I have 3 kids, and when I was diagnosed, I was 40, and I was diagnosed on my twin boy's 6th birthday. And we also, at the time, our 7-year-old daughter. So, you know, it scares me to think that might happen.
This is the thing. Half of the deaths from breast cancer occur in women diagnosed when they're younger than 50. So breast cancer is really a disease of young women. When we start at 50, we're going to miss half of those cancers. Now, these cancers aren't going away. It's just later diagnosis means the prognosis is not as good, the treatment's more aggressive, and more people are going to die needlessly. It's particularly bothersome when we realize that the data that this task force uses is completely flawed. It's based on a study from Canada that suggests 22% of cancers will just disappear spontaneously. It's because the study wasn't designed properly. There's not been a single case ever of a cancer disappearing. So I think the government is probably looking for cost containment.
Oh, yes.
It's not about saving life, but how can you possibly throw 40-year-olds under the bus? It makes no sense. That's the group we should be focusing on. If anything, let us older people like me get less aggressive treatment, save the money, but concentrate on the mothers, the young women. They have their whole life ahead of them. And to deny them the one test that can save their life is preposterous.
It really is. I mean, again, as a layperson, I look at that and say it's all money driven as a result of insurance changes. And I think you're doing a great job to get awareness out there, because we have to stop this ship from moving forward.
Well, this is what the 40 not 50 is about. We need to get a groundswell of support from the community. We need to get leaders in the community to back us up. We need to get a groundswell of women signing our petitions. But we can't let this happen. We've got to fight back. The 40 not 50 program is an approach whose mission is to make sure that every woman in the USA has the opportunity to start screening at age 40.
Absolutely.
And I think we can do it, but we need your support. We need you to tell your friends, get involved, go on our website and learn more about this issue. This is an opportunity to us to get together for a common problem and unite and go to the government, go to the insurance companies, say these recommendations are ludicrous. They're intolerable. We're not going to let you throw women under 50 under the bus. Now is the time to fight back. What do you think?
Absolutely, sign me up.
Okay, Tanya's ready to go. I'm ready to go. I hope you're ready to go.